Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. I hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Yeah, thank you. So, are there anyone who joined newly today? You can raise your hand, comment, or unmute yourself and speak. Are there anyone who joined newly today for this class? Okay, I take that answer as a no. Yeah, Nag Hassam. You have joined today. Okay. Nag, sorry, my mistake. Have you gone through the previous classes?
No, yes, sir. I got the recording from the admin, sir. We'll go through
So,
today, sir.
okay, fine. So basically, this is a Java 8, 9, 11 course. But Java 8 we have completed in the month of December. If you wish to join for Java 8, you will be getting a recording, so you can watch it. And if you have a question, you can ask me the questions in the ongoing classes. But for this course is concerned, currently we are learning 9 and 11. So we just started this course 3 days back, like on Thursday, and we completed 3 sessions: 4th of January, 5th of January, and 8th of January. And today is the 4th session. And in the first day, I have discussed about the course content. Why do we need to learn Java 9 and Java 11? And for a detailed explanation, you can watch the video. And in that, once you watch it, if you have any questions, I'm happy to repeat that.
Yes, sir,
And
will do, sir.
yeah, and coming to the course fee, for 9 and 11, it is 2000 rupees. And if you wish to join 8 to Java 8, 9, 11 together, it's 4000. And the timing of the class is every day morning 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Monday to Saturday. And class notes, whatever the programs I'm writing, everything will be shared. And we'll be completing this course within by 25th or 26th of January. So
Okay, sir.
that's the details. Any questions do you have?
No, sir. After these 11 features, will there be any kind of another batch for Java 11 certification preparation batch?
I don't take any certification batch, but during this course of learning, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those.
Okay,
And
sir.
once you enroll it, you will be added to the WhatsApp group. If you have any questions in future also, you can
Thank
ask
you,
the
sir.
question and I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So any others, any questions or any other person who joined newly? Okay. So how to enroll for this course? I will let you know at the end of the course. You might have received an email from the Ashok IT yesterday. I'll walk through that email at the end of the at the end of the class today. Okay. So any questions, anyone so far? And guys, if you are not comfortable, call me sir. You can call me Karthik. I'm fine. Anything is fine, like Karthik or sir. Anything is fine, whichever you are comfortable. Okay. I know because you all are working professionals. We know that culture, right? We call the people with a name instead of calling sir or something, because no one is superior, no one is inferior, right? So you can. I'm comfortable with Karthik or sir. Whichever is convenient to you, you can use that. Okay. So now let's get started. Now, yesterday we started looking at the diamond operator. So we completed the interface changes and we completed the try with resource, and the thing that we started with the diamond operator changes, right? So can someone tell me what is a diamond operator exactly? Why do we need, what is a diamond operator? Why do we need it? What was the problem initially?
We can add
Using
any.
diamond after we can achieve the type safety and typecasting.
Yeah. So in the initial versions of Java, the collection framework is used to group the different objects together. But whenever you are grouping the different objects, the problem that is raised as type safety and typecasting, right? So I've taken one example of, I have added some code. and later Srini or some other Chiru has come and then he has added one department object. Whenever he is modifying and adding a different object, wherever I am getting the data, the typecast exception is thrown, right? So in order to, so it's a runtime exception, which is not cached at compile time. Runtime exceptions are harm to the application rather than compile time. So in order to overcome that, they have introduced this greater than symbol and less than symbol, which will tell you that is nothing but a diamond operator. That is also called as a generics. Using a generics, you whenever some other person is trying to add a different data, then it will throw you the compilation error. And you don't need to even write the typecasting. In order to overcome the typecasting and type safety issues, this diamond operators has been introduced. And in 1.5, I think the diamond operator has been introduced. The initial versions, you need to write this generics integer, both the sides. If you are creating array list object or hash map object, in this greater than less than symbol, you need to write the generics, both the sides. Later in 1.7 version, you need to write only one side. Okay. So this is the initial versions of Java. Now, what is the change happened to the 1.9? What was the problem in 1.8? Let's look at now. I'm going into a Java 1.8 workspace. Okay. I'm going to any one of the packages and I'm creating one class here. I'm creating one class called diamond operator. I'm writing one abstract method, public void validate. Okay. So this is an abstract method I'm saying. So if a class is having one abstract method, then what happens? This is a class, it has one abstract method, then what should I do? The entire class will become abstract, correct?
Abstract.
Yeah. But vice versa is true. If a class is abstract, does it mean that it can have a, at least should it have a one abstract method?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess you understand what I'm trying to say, right? If a class is having one abstract method, the class should become, you have to add abstract keyword. But if you are writing abstract keyword to a class, it does not mean that it should have minimum one abstract method. Look at here. Without writing an abstract method, you can keep an abstract keyword to a class. It does not require to have a minimum one abstract method. But if if you are writing one abstract method in a class, then you have to keep an abstract keyword. I hope you guys got the difference of the statements. Yes, no? Yeah. Now here, so now here, if here I'm putting a validate method is taking a string object. Now, in one scenario, I want to pass string object. In another scenario, I want to pass integer. In another scenario, I want to pass employee object. Then what should I do?
Object.
Okay, that is one option. What is the another option?
Variable args.
Now, a variable arg will accept only same type of argument. But I'm saying string, integer, and employee. Can I use a variable arg? No, right? Can I say I have to go for one more method, overloading one way? Or can I also write a generics, correct? If I put t here, and I'll put that t here. Can I write like this? If I write like this, what does it mean? What is a t? Whenever user is creating an object, he has to pass this generics. If he is passing an integer, then integer will come here in this t place, correct? This s is a variable name, and what is a t? It's a type. What is the type? If I pass employee, employee will come. If I pass integer, integer will come. If I pass string, string will come, correct? Can I use like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is nothing but I'm using a generic for my user defined class. See, this diamond operator is a, can I say that this is a user defined class I have created and I'm using a generic now. Since it is an abstract class, now in order to use this class, what should I do? Can I create an object for an abstract class?
No.
So then if I want to use an abstract class, what should I do?
Yeah, one class that extends that abstract class.
Yeah, that means, can I say I have to do the between this class and diamond operator? The abstract class name is diamond operator. Between these two classes, I have to provide inheritance relationships, correct? And then override the abstract method. That is one way, general way, correct? That everyone knows. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, apart from that, can I also do the anonymous inner class? Correct? Can I do the anonymous inner class? Or like, can I do like this? Diamond operator. I'll put string D equal to new diamond operator. That means what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to create an object. Can I create an object of an abstract class directly?
No.
No.
So now you see, that means here, let's look at here. If I, so why am I not, see, I'm getting a compilation error. Why am I getting a compilation error?
We cannot create an object.
Why we cannot create a object to abstract class?
Because it won't have implementation.
Yeah, then what is the problem I'm asking? Yes, it won't have an implementation, but without having an implementation, what is the problem? What is stopping you to create an object? Your answer is right, but why? Can I say, whenever you do not have a implementation, do you know how much memory will be occupied by a, see, whenever you're creating an object, what happens? Constructor, first memory will be occupied for that object, correct?
Yes.
And it also will check, call the constructor, right? So why, see, basically, whenever you are creating an object, all the instance variables will be initialized through constructor, right? So initialized through constructor means, can I say all the instance variables will occupy the memory? The static variables will be occupied during the class loading time itself, but instance variables will be occupied the memory whenever you are creating an object, right? Now, whenever you have an abstract method, do you know how many variables can it have? It all depends on implementation, right? If I override that method, I can keep 10 variables. If you are overriding, you can keep 20 variables. That means you cannot, the compiler cannot judge how much memory is occupied, how much memory will be needed by that method or class, right? So that's the reason you cannot create an object to an abstract class. Now, so I cannot create. Then in order to create an object of abstract class, what I need to do? One way is you need to do like this. Inheritance relationship between diamond operator IMPL class and diamond operator. Diamond operator IMPL extends diamond operator and then override abstract method and then create an object of child class. That is one way. The other way is using a anonymous inner class. See, this is nothing but. So here, whenever you are doing this one, can I say I'm creating an object of a diamond operator abstract class? Yes. But what are you doing internally? Whenever you say new, you are able to you are overriding the validate method. Can I say this is nothing but an anonymous class, inner class? In the core Java, there is a topic called anonymous inner class, which I have explained in core Java 8 also, who are part of my Java 8. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now in this scenario, whenever you are writing diamond operator, so here diamond operator is accepting T. Now, what is the T you have passed here? String. And your validate method is string. Can I change it to employee? Or let us take double. I can change whatever I want. I can pass it. Correct. If Karthik is using implementing this diamond operator, he can pass Karthik. Sorry, double. And if, for example, Srini is using, he can pass string. And some other person is using, he can pass employee. Right. Now, I'm able to do it. Now, if you look at here, whenever you are creating an object to anonymous anonymous in a class using it for an abstract class, you are passing the diamond generics both the sides, correct? Here. Am I passing both the sides?
Yes.
Now, but in the initial, see, this is how for an object, whenever you're creating a collection object, in 1.5, you need to pass the generics both the sides. But in 1.7, how many sides you are passing an object?
One side.
Only one side. That's a right hand
Left.
side. Left hand side, you don't need to do. And is it a anonymous object creation or normal object creation? Line number 8. Normal object creation. That means whenever till 1.8, whenever you're creating a normal, just like a collection object, any of the object, normal object, whenever you are using a generics, it requires you can pass only one side. But whenever you are creating a anonymous inner class object using a generics, if I am passing only one side, is it allowing?
No.
So that means what is the workspace version here? For this, what is the workspace I'm using in order to see for this class where I'm getting a compilation error? What is the JRE version?
8.
Java 8. That means till Java 8, whenever you are using an abstract class, whenever you're using a generics for a anonymous in a class, what is the thing you need to do? You have to pass the generics both the sides. And what is the other one? Whenever you're creating a normal object creation, you need to pass only one side. Hope you see the difference now. If I create only normal list object, L equal to new array list. So see here in this line, look at the difference between line number 10 and 11. In the line number 10, I'm just creating a normal array list object. Is the array list as a abstract class? Is the array list a abstract class or normal class?
No. Normal class.
So I'm creating an object. Whenever I'm creating a array list object, can I say that line number 10 I'm using a generics with the greater than less than symbol?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I'm passing only one side, correct? Now let us do the same thing for the same thing is allowed for abstract class object creation using anonymous in a class whenever you're using a generics. It's the same thing. That means passing the generics only one side, not the other side. Is it allowed?
No.
So this is a problem. In order to create, you need to provide both the sides, correct? Yeah. If I am adding both the sides, the compilation error is gone. Now, that means, can I say that this is a limitation that is there in the 1.8? Now let's copy the same code. Let's copy the same code and put it in 1.9. If I'm not getting a compilation error, can I say that is a enhancement made in 1.9?
Yes.
Now let's copy this, both the classes here. Now let's go here. And do you see any compilation error? The same line of code in Java 1.8, I'm getting a compilation error if I don't add a generics towards right side. That means the limitation in the Java 1 till 1.8 is whenever you are creating a object to a anonymous in abstract class by using a generics, you have to provide the generics both the sides. But when it comes to Java 9, see, this is everyone knows because it's implemented in 1.9 for regular object. But for a abstract class, whenever you're creating an object, see, am I able to provide only one side in Java 1.9?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a change. This is another change. So this is very difficult to visualize it. See, if I tell you only 1.9, will you be able to understand what is the problem in 1.8?
No.
No. So that is the reason I'm trying to explain what is I'm showing you the problem in 1.8, and then I'll copy paste the same code in 1.9 version. And if it is working, can I say that is a new enhancement made in 1.9?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is the change that happened to a anonymous in a class for a diamond operator. If anybody is asking in the interview, you take a class like this, abstract class, one abstract method and the generics, and then explain. If I do not have a generics here, now if I do not have a generics, like if I do not use this one, can I explain? Can I, if I tell you, will it make difference? If I do not have a generics here, if I take string s, always the validate method is taking a string parameter, correct? It doesn't matter whoever is implementing, always it will take a string parameter, right? So in order to explain, you need to use a generics for your user defined class. You need to remember this. Any questions?
No, sir, it's clear.
If more number of parameters at the class level itself, we need to put T, comma, S, comma, U,
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes, yes, same thing. For example, in this one, you want to add 2 parameters. You can say T, comma, U. Correct? That means this is taking, see, let us like, what is it, the one who asked the question, do you know one function interface called function?
Yes.
What is the difference between a by function and function?
2 arguments and 1 argument.
By function is taking 2 arguments, right? And normal function is taking 1 argument. Look at here. See, TUR. Now, don't look at the abstract method. Don't look at the abstract method. But by looking at this, you tell me, can you identify what is the input parameters and what is the output parameter? Function is something which takes some object and returns some other object, correct?
Yes.
In order to identify, look at here. TUR. It can be a same object or different object. It doesn't matter. See, TUR means, can I pass 3 integers?
Yeah.
I can pass. I can pass 3 integers, or 1 is integer, 1 is employee, 1 is department. It's up to you, right? So, but how can you identify what are the input parameters? Look at the method signature. Apply method. T, comma, U. What? See, that means first 2 parameters are the input parameters, and the third parameter is a output parameter of the method, right? Hope the one who asked the question, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
But
I mean, it can be even input also, right? I mean, not from this perspective. In general, other interface, let's assume.
It all depends on how you are using it. See, by mentioning the generics here, what does it mean? This class or interface is taking, these are the different types. But out of these types, which is an input, which is an output, it all depends on you.
Got it.
Yeah. So that is how you need to visualize it. See, generally, no one will focus more on this. What is T, what is U, what is UR. But whenever you are writing a lambda expression for this by function, it will ask you these generics and you will be getting confused. What should I mention? Right? Whenever you mention 3, which is the input, which is the output, that time you will get a question, right?
Yeah.
So the first, look at the abstract method. See, TU. That means first TU. Whatever, whenever I'm writing a lambda expression for this by function, here if I pass integer, first parameter, second parameter is employee. That means integer comma employee are input parameters. And if I pass R as a department, then department is a output parameter. You can visualize that by using this method. Now, similarly, in this diamond operator, can't you give one more input parameter? Yes, you can give. Yeah, see, I'm not getting any compilation error also. Right?
Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So any questions, anyone on this diamond operator? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Dipti, was there a question?
No, Karthik, it's clear.
Yeah, thanks.
Karthik, just a second.
Hmm.
In the by function, we have arguments in generics TUR, right? Is it mandatory that the first 2 should be input parameter and the type, the T and U type are input parameters, and R is
yes,
return value, or we can take U and R as input parameter?
No, look at the signature. So whenever you are using a method, look at the signature. See, T comma U, method is taking apply method, right?
Yes.
And what it is returning R, that means T and U are input parameters only.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So when you understand this one, if you are consciously look at this, see, the difference is everyone knows that by function, difference between a by function and function is function will take 1 argument and returns other argument. By function takes 2 arguments and returns third argument. But the question is, what are those 2 input? See, you have 3 parameters. Out of these 3, which 2 are the input? Which one is the output? That is a question, right? If you consciously look at this one, then only you will understand. That's the difference between the person who knows core Java very well and who just knows core Java.
Yes, and the thing is, in the apply function, can we pass U and R as parameters? And
why you are taking U and R? Whatever you want to pass the arguments, you take that first as a 2 parameters, right? If you want to do it, then you have to write your own by function and then see.
Okay.
What is importance? It doesn't matter. You need two arguments. What is the problem? Why you want to take only U and R? You pass that U and R in the first two, right? Or you can write your own by function, and instead of T comma U, you can pass U and R. Right?
Yeah, okay. As you said, if I want to pass U and R as input and T as output, we have to put T after R, right?
Yes. That
Okay.
means you have to play with this sequence.
Okay, fine.
So now you want string as an output, then where the output will come? In the third position.
Okay, it means the last type will be return type.
Output. Yeah, it all depends on the method signature. I mean, the interface or class signature, how you are accepting.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay.
But for custom, we can write any order. Like, it's a standard that I have to have input and output as a pattern. But let's assume that I am writing my own class, and I can play around with any of the one as output and one as input, right?
Yes. Because it's an input, as you mentioned, it's an input. It's your behavior, right? You can see, though you are taking 3, does it matter that you need to take 2 only? You can take 3 also. You can take only 1 also, correct? See, if I look at diamond operator T comma U, is it mandated that you also should take this validate parameter? No. I can use this U in some other abstract method, correct? It all depends on me. Okay. So now let's go to the different. So we just completed the, so whatever we have completed, I will be putting a mark. So can I say that interface changes in Java 9, have we completed this private methods?
Yes.
And have we completed try with resource?
Yes.
Have we completed with diamond operator?
Yes.
Okay. Now next thing that we are going to learn is JShell. Now let us see what is a JShell. Now before answering that what is a JShell, let me draw. I'll give you one introduction. I'm asking you one query that, so in your project, you from data, you are writing a query. Assume that this is a scenario. Select star from employee. Or some table, you are giving a table, some table, and the response of this one is you are getting some array of numbers. Array of numbers. Okay. So from this, when you are executing a query or you are calling a REST API, let us take one way is this one. And second way is you are calling a REST API. API. And the response from the REST API is array of numbers. Okay. Instead of REST API, let us take that you are taking, because REST API response is JSON object, but you can have a customized also. Instead of that, I'm calling a controller, one API, and it is returning you one array of numbers. When I say array of numbers, like this. Okay, this is the array of numbers. So this is the response you are getting, and you are not able to debug your application. But once you get a response, what is you want to do is you want to do sort. Okay. So in order to do sort, what do you do? In order to sort these numbers, whatever whether it's a response from a select star from a table, or whether it's a response from a third party collector object, you are getting an array of numbers. Your requirement is once you get the numbers, array of numbers, you need to sort it. How do you sort it?
Use stream and sort method.
Okay. Any other answer?
Use Java util.sort.
Collections.sort method or stream sort method or any of the sorting technique, correct? Merge sort, insertion sort, selection sort, etc. Okay. Now, once you have done that, now the thing is, you sometimes have you guys faced the situation that you cannot debug that place? You are writing this code in one place, you will not be able to debug. Does that situation has come to any of you? Sometimes in your local, you may not be able to debug due to various reasons. right? Some third-party server, you are calling a before debugging this point, some third-party server is down, or your server is having a low issue. You are not able to deploy the application. So can this happen in your day-to-day life?
No.
Do you guys understand what is the question I'm saying?
See, our code we can debug it, sir.
No, I'm saying that your code, in the sense, you have written this code in one place in your project, in one class, okay? But your server is not starting. Can you debug it? Assume that it's a Spring Boot application. In order to debug a Spring Boot application, web application, can you say the minimum is when can you debug? If your server is started, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Assume that your server is having some issues, or you are getting out of memory error. Okay. Can you debug now?
No.
So then what is the best you can do? You first thing you can say excuse that my server is not starting, I cannot debug. Okay. That everyone will say. Apart from that, if you are a smart guy, what else you do? Just think about it.
Where is the data coming from?
Whatever is the data, you are getting an array of numbers. It's a single dimensional array. Okay. You are getting a response. That's a single dimensional array. You want to sort it. Okay. In order to sort, you have written a code called, see, this is an array. Like you int a equal to, like this, you have the numbers 5, 9, 3, 100 and 150. Okay. So this array is nothing but you are calling, before calling, assume that this is a code you have. You have a validate method, something. Okay. This method is calling, it can be a select query, it can be a third-party API, it can be anything. So this method is returning you into array. Okay. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter whether this is returning or not. It is returning. Okay. It will return you array for sure. Now, this array you want to sort. In order to sort it, what is the code you will write? Collections.sort. Correct? A. Or this is one way of writing. Can I say arrays dot stream of A dot sorted? Correct?
Yes.
And I can call some sorted is a intermediate operation. In order to get it, collectors dot to list.
Collect to.
So if I call like this, then I am converting into a list. So either I can write this code or this code, correct? Now, once you write this code, what is the next step that you need to do? Whether that code is working or not, you need to make sure, right?
Yes.
Assume that these 2 lines of code you have, first you will write the code. These 2 lines of code you have written, either this one or this one. Now, after that, in order to test it, your server is not working. Your server is not working. Then what is the one you will do? You will tell your manager that I'm getting out of memory error. It is not your local issue. All the people in your project is getting a out of memory error or some server issue. You are not able to sort the server. Can I say you will not be able to test it? Sometimes, have you guys faced this kind of a scenario? Not only server start, you are not in a position to debug the code that you have written. Have anyone faced this kind of issue? Or you assume that you are getting a production issue. Sometimes in order to debug a production issue, you cannot able to debug. Agree?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So now in that scenario, what do you do? What can you guys do? Okay, hotfix. How can you make sure that hotfix will work, Puneet? You need to test it again, right? So here I have written 2 lines of code. I have to make sure that I have to tell my lead that once the server is start, if I am getting an array from this validate method, I'm getting an array. If I am getting an array, my code will sort it for sure. I have to give the guarantee to my team lead. In order to do that, what generally you do?
Oh, we'll see the logs.
Okay, what else? Can I say simply you need to make sure that, can I say, so though my project is not working, can I create a standalone Java application? That means standalone one class, test class. Inside the
Yes.
test class test, I will write a main method, correct? And inside a main method, I will take this array. So I will, I see before this validate method, I will put a log, okay? Log.info. So that I will know what is the array that is getting printed, correct? I will take the same array here, right? Int A, from the logger, I will take that array values, 5, 9, 13, 100, or 1. Okay, I got. Now then I will, in this one, can I say collection dot sort of A? And then I will do sysout of A. So by writing the code like this, can I say, can you guarantee that your code will work? Until if the validate method is returning an output, that output you will add it to a logger.info. So that you can see what is the output you are getting from a validate method. After that, you are not able to test this. Then, in order to make sure that your code is working, what do? You will create a standalone class. That means one class called test. Inside that, you write a main method. And from the logger, you can take the whatever the output is coming, the array, and put that array here. And then you do collection.sort of A. And then you do sysout. Then can this code will make sure that your array is getting sorted or not?
Yes, Karthik.
So then once the server is started, you can tell your confidently to your team lead that if the server starts, I have made sure that I am not able to test it, but however, I have the same array I have written in a main method, and I make sure that my code will sort the data. This is how you will do, correct? Does everyone agree with this? This is one of the good approach than saying that I cannot do anything, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once you do this, in order to do this, what do? You need to create a class. You need to create a main method. You need to write the code and then compile it. Java C test. Okay. Now and then Java test. So all these things you need to do. But from Java 9, there is one concept called JShell. From Java 9, one concept called JShell has been introduced. So it's a developer friendly. This is a tool that is introduced. It is not for writing a code, nothing. It is just for a whatever you're doing here, you're creating a class, writing a main method and all, right? Without writing all of this, you can easily test your code. So that is nothing but a JShell. Now let us see. Let's go to the command prompt. Okay. So how to open a JShell? Just go to the command prompt. Once you go to that command prompt, just type JShell. So the JShell is introduced from Java 9 onwards. That means in order to work with a JShell, you need to have the minimum Java version that is needed is JShell. Sorry, Java 9. Just type JShell and click on enter. Okay, see, welcome to JShell. Now, I want to test it. I have an array and I'm using collection.sort. See, the lines of code that is needed to test it, only these 3 lines of code, correct? Only these 3 lines of code. But unnecessarily, you're writing class, test, main method, and then compiling a class and running a class. This is the entire work you need to do. That means define a class, define a main method, compile the code, and run the code. Now, all these steps are becoming easy now. Look at here. Now, I'll just say int A equal to what is the array? I'll declare the array 5, 9, 13, 5, 13, 9, 1, 100. Assume that this is array. Okay. See, I declared it. Now I want to sort it. Collections.sort A. I call the collection.sort method. Done. Okay, it should be a list object, right? Now let us create a list. Instead of making an array, let us create list. List of integer L equal to new array list. Okay. The array list is created. Now L dot add. What is the data? 5. L dot add 3. L dot add. See, in order to add a data to array list also, you need to create a class, main method, compile, run. But am I doing all of those here? Just whatever the code I want to write, I'm adding the code, correct?
Mhm.
Do you think that it is easy?
Yes.
Okay, done. Now I want to print array list. Sysout system.out.println of L.
Collection.
L. See, it is printing. Now I want to sort this array list. Sorry, array list. Collections dot sort of L.
L.
It is sorted. Now after sorting, I want to print again. System.out.println and
Okay.
L. Now run the code. See, is it sorted now?
Yes.
So that means in order to run, just to check whether the list is sorted or not, am I writing a new class, new main method, compiling and running the Java program?
No.
No, that is the beauty of a J shell. From Java 9 onwards, it's a developer friendly tool. It's a developer friendly tool and you don't need to do anything new. If you want to test 1-2 lines of code, you don't need to write a class, method and all. So using a J shell, you can do it. There are so many things under J shell we need to learn. What is a snippet? What is a implicit variable, explicit variable? How can you create a method? Can you create a class? Can you create an interface? All of those things we are going to see. But the J shell, J shell is already there in the Linux and some other. It's a shell scripting, right? This kind of a shell scripting is already present in some other programming languages. But for Java, it has introduced from Java 9 onwards. Now, you tell me any other thing you want me to do? Any other thing? So if you want to print hello world, so if you remember, the simplest program that you learn whenever you learn Java is write a program to print hello world. In order to print it, what do you do?
Create the class and write the main method and print the value.
Right? But here, let's see here. System.out.println. Did I do anything of those? Did I create a class?
No.
Did I create a
method.
main method, compilation running?
No.
Oh, so that means from Java 9 onwards, if your application is using Java 9 or Java 11 or something, you want to test your code in your local, due to some issue, you are not able to check your code is working or not. Earlier, what you used to do? You used to create a standalone Java class and test it. Now, going forward, you don't need to do that. Can you do directly with a JShell? Yes, right. So generally, if you want to create an array list, can I say I have to import java.util? But did I do the import statement here? No, I just have written my business logic. Automatically, it is working. Now, let us look at, I want to print these stars, guys. See, if I want to print these stars, this is one of the activity, correct? I want to print these stars like this. Then what should I do? I have to, this is a code, right? For I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. For j equal to 0, or let us take I equal to 1, j equal to 1, j less than or equal to I, j plus plus, I will say system.out.println star, and then sysout ln, and this is a code. So in order to execute this code, you need to create a main method, everything compile. But if I want to test it just like that, can I directly write the code here? Look at here. For int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 3, I plus plus. Okay, open bracket then. And I will write one more for int j equal to 1, j less than or equal to I, j plus plus. Okay, now I will say system dot out dot print. What I want to print? I want to print a star followed by space. Okay, now semicolon. I am closing. Once the inner for loop is closed, I want to give next line, system dot out dot println. It will go to the next line, and then I will close the end bracket and then run. See, is it printing automatically? Stars.
Yes, correct.
So is it, which one, is it easy or not in order to test your code?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the beauty of a J shell. So this has been introduced with Java 9. There are so many things to learn in J shell, which I am going to cover in the upcoming class.
Sir, one question.
Yeah.
To use the J shell, Java need to be installed in our system or no?
Yes. Java 9. You need to have any version later than Java 9. If you have Java 17, that's fine. If you have Java 9, that's fine. That means at least Java 9 or any version later than Java 9. It is as simple as that. If you want to eat a burger, you need to go to order it, right? It is, I mean, the prerequisite is you need to have the Java 9 version or any version later than Java 9.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. And once you have Java 9 installed, how do you go to the J shell? Just go to the command prompt and type JSHELL, J shell. That's it. It will say that welcome to J shell version. Any questions? Now, if you want to exit from a J shell, you can close it or just type exit. Goodbye. So just type exit here, /exit. It's a goodbye. So from, I mean, it is not, see, if you look at a try with resource and all, those are the coding friendly, right? But this JShell is not a coding. I mean, it's not a something you can do it in a coding, but it is used for a developer. It is called as a REPL tool. The more details which we are going to see in upcoming classes. Any questions, anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Agam this said, sir. Actually, you're not mentioning Java 8 version, only Java 9 and 11.
Yeah.
So actually, nowadays, interviewer asks it more than Java 8 features. So actually, I have worked little less work in Java 8 features. So you are explaining also Java 8 features, sir.
Yes. So Java 8 I already completed in December. So if you wish to enroll, you can enroll it. You will get the recordings, and the recordings will be available up to 6 months. You can watch 6 months any number of times. That is around
Sir,
20
actually, I
videos.
have taken another course, sir. I have taken in another course in Ashok IT. Class is over, then backup video is also revoke. So not able to access means backup video. So I have not touched the backup video, sir. Only live classes I have tested. So Java 8 feature when we class started new batch, sir.
Maybe after 1 or 2,
Actually,
2 or 3 months.
actually, I want to
Join the
Java 8
live class.
features, sir. Actually,
Yeah. So that is what it takes time. Because I have completed in the month of December. So you'll be able to see that after 2-3 months, maybe 2 or 3 months, Java 8. But see, I understand your problem. Whenever you're getting a backup videos, you are not able to touch those videos, so you're not able to learning. You prefer the live classes. I understand that. But Java 8, it's only 20 videos. See, if you look at any other Spring Boot, Microservices, or any other tutorial, it is around 3 months or 4 months, right? So 3 months, 4 months means you will have around 120 or 150 videos. But here Java 8 is only, I could say that 15 to 20 videos. So you can, at least you can take over the weekend if you watch it, or every day you watch it something. It's around 1 hour, but you can fast forward it. And you can watch it during this 9 and 11. If you have a question, you can ask it if you are comfortable. If not, you need to wait for 2 or 3 months, and then I'll start another Java 8.
sir, I able to understand, sir. Java 11, Java 9 features, sir. You are explaining very well, sir.
Okay.
JSL and other features. So actually, I'm stuck with Java 8 feature. Actually, nowadays, currently, some projects are there in Java 8 features. So
Okay, that is what.
interviewer,
If you
yeah, means,
listen, yeah, if you listen to that videos,
yes, sir.
however, I am explaining Java 9, right? Same way I have explained Java 8 also from scratch. Okay. So you just listen to the videos. You just listen to the demo classes. Okay, so you go to the Ashok IT. Let's go to Ashok IT YouTube videos. You are aware of Ashok IT YouTube videos, right? YouTube channel, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm
Just go to Ashok
Yes,
IT.
yes.
Okay, just go here, go to live section. Okay, now if you go back, little back, see here, are you able to see Java 8 features? So this is by me. Okay, this is second video. Like that, you can see this is a third video. Okay, you watch these demo classes. If you
Yes, sir.
understand, then you enroll it. So, however, I am teaching this.
Okay.
See, for Java 9 also, I am teaching you from scratch, right? Slowly, I mean, one by
Yes,
one,
yes.
I am explaining. The same way I have explained for Java 8. So, if you want to attend the live classes, you need to wait for 2 or 3 months. But if you want to listen to the recordings and see whether you are able to understand or not, you can watch the recordings, and if you are comfortable, you enroll for it. And while watching it, if you have a question, you note it down, and next day in Java 9 class, you can ask me.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Any
Thank
other
you, sir.
questions? Anyone?
Hey, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, I will plan to take Java 8, what I was saying that one. But no problem for you asking doubts for Java 8, sir, after completion of this class.
Yeah, during the, I think, Srini, you are part of my earlier batches too,
Yes,
right?
sir. First design
Yeah.
design pattern batch student, sir. Already I'm
Yeah.
working, but now I am in bench actually. Just yesterday onwards, project is completed. 2 months in bench, sir. That's why I need to recaps actually.
Yeah. So you see, if you recollect your classes earlier, if you ask a question, did I say no?
No, sir. This
Ah.
actually time is sufficient or not. That's why I'm
Yeah, I
asking.
can explain,
You're
not a
excellent,
problem.
sir. You're excellent, extraordinary. That's why I'm recapsing once again. Okay. Just like I'm asking, sir. You just
Yeah,
only
yeah.
you say that no. If you watch that Java 8, if you have any concern, ask me
Yeah,
like
you can ask.
saying, no,
You
that's
can
it.
ask.
Thank you,
You
sir.
can ask any question.
Yeah, sure, okay, sir.
Most probably you don't get any question, but if you
Yeah, I
have a
know, sir. I know,
question, you
sir.
can
I
ask
know.
it.
I know. But asking doubt is more clarity will come, no, sir. That's
Yes.
only.
Yes. I prefer the uh, interactive sessions rather than one-person
Yes,
teaching.
sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, good to see you back.
Mm.
Any other questions, anyone? So if you do not have a questions, if you see, I hope you have received an email like this from Ashok IT yesterday. Those who are already present of everyday class, you might have received an email like this. If you haven't, check the spam folder. If still you have not received, let me know.
No,
So this
already we
email,
got mail, sir. No problem.
oh yeah. So you can access the backup videos here, and you can, so if you would like to enroll, this is the account details. You have to do the payment. If you wish to enroll for only 9 and 11, fee is 2,000. If you wish to enroll for 8, 9, 11, the fee is 4,000. And once you are done this transaction on this account, take a screenshot and attach that to this email and mention your name and contact number. This contact number should be WhatsApp number. So, and the timing is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and attach the payment screenshot. Send an email. So you will be getting a confirmation from the Ashok IT, and then you will be added to the WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, I'm going to explain, I'm going to share the code or daily notes or the notes that I have prepared, everything through the WhatsApp group. And if you have a question, you can you can put your question in the WhatsApp group. I'm going to answer based on my availability. So I hope everyone have received this email, right?
Yes, sir. We got all.
Yes, sir. It is it.
Yeah. So if those are the things, and if no question, that's all for today.
Yeah, Karthik, one quick question.
Hmm.
I have taken Java 8, that is online. Is
Okay.
there any other topics that we have to come before coming to the next session? I mean, before continuing with Java 8 and 9, are there any other topics in Java 8 that we need to brush up so that
No, whenever in the Java 9, whenever by the time I start maybe another, maybe a week, by that then you need to complete the stream. What is a stream? What is a limit method? What is a skip method? What is a filter method? So this is the only thing which has a dependency with the Java 8.
Okay.
So this I'm going to take at the end, since some of you have enrolled, will be enrolling for Java 8, right? So I'll give you some time to go through it.
Yeah, I have enrolled. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay,
So
thank
this
you.
is the one. So you have 1 more week time.
Fine.
Yeah. And the who are the new one, like listening to my classes for the first time. So I don't differentiate between the demo classes and normal classes, guys. So the way I'm explaining, the same way will be continued. So already the company, it doesn't matter whether you enroll for this or not. So whatever I have the knowledge, I wanted to share. So that's the reason interface changes, try with resource, diamond operator, I'm explaining. So these are completed. Now, once the tomorrow is the last demo class, beyond tomorrow, whoever is enrolled for this course, they will be getting a new Zoom link, and we'll continue with the rest of the topics. So there is no differentiation of teaching, like teach very good in the demo classes and skip some topics in the non-demo classes. It is not like that. Okay. So I'll teach in the same way. Yeah. So if no question, that's all for today. Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.